Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name's Wolfman, and welcome to part 2 of Society Today, the talk that me and my friend Robert were having. I got a few seconds to tell you this, but it is very good so far. I don't know if you're enjoying it, but I am, and I hope that this is really benefiting you guys in the long terms. So yeah, part 2, so I don't take too much time, like, favorite, subscribe this video, and I hope you guys enjoy. See you guys later.
No, I will see, this is what's easy and people don't realize this. There's so many weak people in the world. If I were to offer them food, would they not accept it? They're starving. They're hungry. I'll offer them beds, every home, defense, everything, as long as they fight for me. Would they say no? They're starving. They need to feed their children.
No, of course.
Sick.
Yeah, of course they'll say yes.
So if I were to offer them that, who would they fight for?
You.
Bingo. And most of the world is poor and hungry. So what would happen? I would have the majority of military power.
We're getting off topic. We're getting off topic. Okay. No, but let's stay on topic because this is actually a really good conversation. I'm pretty sure that this is making you think a little more than you'd average.
Yes, it is. Well, no, I think a lot. I have a journal.
Dude, no.
I'm a little diary girl.
Dude, I should have that too, but I mean,
it helps if you write things down. It helps. I promise you. Exercising helps. Writing things down in journals.
Yeah, I get that, and I understand. I have told my life story to people, and people tell me, Martin, become an author, write it down, and write a book about it, because there's enough things that probably you too have done that other people could benefit from. But it's not that. I just want to know, why this solitary confinement to the people that are basically the nerds, or that can be a nerd, or that just doesn't have the appeal to other people, and just disclude them when they're really good friends with other people that are popular and say, hey, you want to do this? Like, literally, I can't recall if it's ever happened to me, but I bet you some point in my life I was seeing someone getting invited to something, and I was literally right there, and I didn't get invited. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's happened, but how do you react to that? Like, it's just like people go insane, because I'm pretty sure I'm insane too. And don't worry, normal people are so mainstream, it's not even funny, and I hate mainstream.
Wait, first off, to that normal thing, there is no such thing as normal.
Exactly, because normal is not. I mean, I don't even know, okay? But it's so weird. Like, I just want to know why, And I'm pretty sure you don't know why, but what is your opinion?
Well, it's not that I don't know why. I know why people do things. I know why people do. I mean, I've only known these people for a year, and I understand why they wouldn't invite me to things. I barely know them. They've known these other people for years on years. But your question is, you've known these people for years on years, and why don't they invite you?
Yeah.
And that makes it more complicated. Like I said, I'm new to Katie.
Yeah, I know.
I've only been here for like 4 years. Dude, I don't really have extreme. I never been. Like, you've been to my house.
Yeah.
I'm close friends with Orlando. I'm close friends with other people. Also, I know their names.
Yeah, dude, I mean, it's like, I am honored to be one of your friends because you are an amazing person yourself. And I see what you do, and it's amazing. Like, I like it. I mean, your personality, everything is great about you. But, like, even if you were still in Houston, you ask yourself, what if, you had another friend, right? You had someone outside of the gaming things that you liked a lot, that you said, hey, this is a really good friend, and there was like a party animal, or that, got out a lot and actually lived.
You remember that girl that I told you about, right?
Yeah, dude, I have that same thing too.
Okay, I was friends with her a long time. I invited her to play games with me and my friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
She did not know how to play games at all. I still invited her, though.
Okay, now
I know she wasn't a gamer. She wasn't any. She likes anime, but she wasn't a gamer. And I still invited her. But the question was, did she really want to be invited?
I don't know.
I mean, have you asked that? Does a person, like, the person who's doing the inviting, they have to think real close. I mean, because if they hear another person say no, do you think it would hurt them?
I don't know because I think
I mean, you have to look through both perspectives here.
Yeah,
The person
yeah.
inviting the others and the person being invited.
Mhm.
And the person that being invited is thinking, if I say no, will I hurt this person's feelings? So you have
Yeah.
to think of it like that. And both people could be afraid of what the other might say.
I've never thought about it like that.
I mean, I'll say when I was younger, the only reason I'm not afraid is just the simple fact my brothers were afraid of asking people in stores questions. So guess what? I had to be the person who did that because they were too afraid.
Yeah.
And I was the youngest, so I learned at a young age to ask people for help. And it just depends too much. It's just dependent on things.
Well, okay, here, put yourself in my shoes for a second. I mean, this is great, by the way. Thank you for doing this because I really was, I'm wanting to know other people's perspective, and I mean, you're not like a nerd, but you know what I mean when I say that. You know what I mean when I say that, right?
No. I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay, you're basically. You like to live, you have fun with what you do. Yeah, you game, but you don't consider yourself like a big on nerd and say, "Oh yeah."
Oh no, I would consider myself a nerd. You remember that the case I have? I told you I already have Halo 2, the Legendary Edition, right?
Yeah.
I bought 2 games. I had the Halo 2 and the Halo 2 Collector's Edition.
Well, I mean, okay, all right, nerd or not, let's just say that you're putting yourself in a perspective of, yes, I am a nerd, yes, I have gaming rights and stuff like that, but you also want to do other things. Like, let's just say you want to do other things than just that. Like, let's say just one day you say, God, man, I'm really feeling in the mood to, go do other stuff than just this. Like, let's say you didn't have a goal of gaming. Let's say you had a goal that day and say, my goal is to try to go with someone to the mall, get out, or do something different than the norms,
That's a difficult. Okay, now think about how many students are in the school, right?
There's 3,000. There's over 3,000.
Like 710.
No, there's over 3,000.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's better. There's 3,000 students. Okay.
What did you get? 10, or I mean 710. What did you? Maybe our senior class is 700.
Yeah, our senior class is like 710. Okay. Now, on that perspective, how many? I mean, at least less than them. Some people, like, definitely with the STAR test for the younger ones now, they're gonna have to work a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
Just to do this stuff.
Yeah.
And just think how much time they're gonna have to. Oh wait, I'm about to do an engage.
Go, Robert, go.
Sweet, I got the kill. Anyway, about the. Okay, your question is very difficult, but you have to realize there's also other people asking the same question, and just the fact, yeah, it sucks if you don't get invited to anything. And it sucks, but I mean, how you know you're gonna enjoy it? I mean, I don't mind being invited to things, but like I said, I'm crazy. I'm a crazy person. You invite me, I'll still act the same pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, basically, you're one of those guys that's just like, I don't give a shit what other people think. I'm gonna do whatever I want, right?
But then there's the simple fact, like I had a friend, right? I cussed at my house a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. My parents don't mind. That's the type of parents they are. But when I went over to my friend's house, because my friends always invited me to their houses because their parents liked me and I liked them, and they would always invite me to meals and everything. But they do have certain rules at their house.
Well, yeah, because it's their house.
If it was religious rules, I would respect them. I would respect their rules of what they would do. Like, no cussing was one of my friend's house's rules. My other friend's rules was like, don't be so loud. That's why everyone liked to come to my house, because my mother wasn't there all the time, and it was just, you could just go out, you could just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But Do you really think all people when they're in front of each other, do you really think they're acting the way they want to be the way they want to act? Do you think they're acting the way they want to act? Or are they just putting up a frame, because they don't want to be embarrassed?
I don't know, because I know that a lot of popularity does come from that same thing that you just told me, that probably they're not exactly what what you're saying. Because I'm gonna give you an example. I know many popular people in our school, they are taking the higher AP classes that you normally wouldn't think any idiot would take, and that these people would take them because you're popular, right? And I know smarts has nothing to do with this whole talk, but
I mean, okay, you can be popular and smart, but if you're taking AP classes and trying to be invited, trying to do at parties, it would probably stress you out so much. Just because you're trying to balance it out.
But I know for a fact that they're doing it.
Well, see, no problem with that. You hear them, they're saying they're partying and everything's good for them.
No, I'm not only hearing it. I know. I'm hearing from other people that are not from even our school that that's what pisses me off. That's my point where I break and I say, what the hell am I doing wrong? But let me continue. So these people are AP kids, that they're popular, that they're they go to parties, and maybe they're even hosting parties, and you hear people from other districts are saying, hey, I'm gonna go to this party. Who's hosting it? This person. And you don't have the balls like I do. I don't have the balls to say, hey, can I go with you? No. But it pisses you off to the point that you're just like, what the hell am I doing wrong with myself? Is it me? Is it my emotions? Is it my mentality? What is it? Is it the way that I carry myself out? And you say, why was I not invited? Because like you said, you did say that it's just a fact of saying, hey, do you want to go? And
okay, let's just say this: if they ask you, hey, do you want to go, right?
Yeah,
there's 30 other students in the classroom, sometimes less. Would they really ask every single student in there, do they want to go?
Well, I mean, okay, let's say
the thing you're saying is like a kindergarten thing. It's like saying, okay, they're inviting them, I should be invited too.
No. I'm not saying in class though. I'm saying outside of class. I'm saying after school.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about. That it's the same thing, but I'm thinking more of a retrospect of more in private, saying, hey, I'm I have a friend that's either doing this, or I know of this, or hey, I'm doing this. Do you want to go? And that's outside in the hallways, and who cares if anybody else hears you? If you want to pass it down there, you're gonna pass it down. But if you don't, then you don't. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking of saying in the whole class, or in the class, but even then there's still the back of the class, and there's the front of the class, and there's because let's say in our pre-cal class, if I invited you to a party, Luis would be right there and say, hey, can I come? Or even if he didn't, that's just because of respect, but I would want to say invite him because he would hear me. But with people that were across the classroom that I didn't know well, or that I wasn't gonna invite them, and that's kind of what I mean on a more personal level of it, not more of a hey, I'm throwing it out there.
Well, I mean, on a personal level, that would be difficult to determine. That's a very difficult topic. I wouldn't really be able to say.